Hey Nash, what should we make?
One of our subscribers requested French onion soup. I can't remember, nor can I figure out who it was, but oh well.
But you can't even eat that.
We got to give the people what they want. Besides, I'm sure you'll figure out something delicious to give me instead.
Touché. Well, let's make French onion soup. No fusion today. Today we're gonna make a classic. Somebody on one of the platforms requested French onion soup. Can't for the life of me find who it is, or find the comment even. Maybe I dreamed it up in some sort of a culinary fueled fever dream. I have no idea. Anyways, if it was you, let me know. But yeah, today we're gonna make French onion soup. Nothing crazy here, although it would be fun to fusion French onion soup with other stuff. So if you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. It's gonna be real simple. It's not a quick recipe, but it's worth it. So without further ado, let's go. So we start by bringing out the finger guillotine straight from the Middle Ages. And we thin slice way more onions than you need. Probably, depending on how big they are, between 5 and 8. And I mean, you could cut them by hand if you want, but the time the mandolin will save you is worth, it's worth the potential danger to your digits. I'm not crying, you're crying. And then once your kitchen and potentially your life has been overrun by onions, that's 9 onions, by the way, like medium size, I mean, you saw. Then we're ready to move on. Maybe evaluate our life choices, who knows? And then in a pan, then in a big pot on medium-high heat, throw in about 4 tablespoons of butter, half a stick, let that melt. And once your butter's melted, we throw in our obscene amount of onions that we just chopped up. And if you find any big guys like this that snuck in, just get rid of them. And we just want to saute these guys on this medium-high heat. Just kind of get them nice and coated in butter. And we're just trying to get them sort of softened at this point. Cook them for probably about 10 minutes. Make sure you're stirring pretty regularly. After about 10 minutes, you can see the onions have already reduced like a ton. At this point, I'm just gonna do a little bit of seasoning, about a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of sugar. It's just gonna help bring out the sweetness in the onions as they caramelize, and it's gonna help the caramelization in general. So stir that in. You wanna reduce your heat to medium or medium-low, depending on how much attention you're paying to this thing. And then we just wanna let these guys cook down and caramelize, stirring occasionally, probably like every 5 minutes. And I don't know, probably take between 25 and 45 minutes, probably around a half an hour. So I'll see you in a few. Once your onions have kind of turned almost sort of gelatinous and they're nice and caramelized, and if you've taken a little taste, then you know they've developed quite a nice rich sweet flavor. And then we add in about 3 cloves of garlic, minced, stir that around, cook it until it becomes fragrant, about a minute. And then you notice by now you probably have some brown bits on the bottom of your pan, a little bit of fond. That's just flavor, but we got to get it off. So we got to deglaze our pan. So pour in about a half a cup of red wine. And then we just kind of use that to deglaze the pan, scrape up any little bits in there. This is also going to help just build on that depth of flavor. Make sure. And then if you have any like brown bits up on the side, try to get that off too. Now we have purple onions. Yay. Once most of your moisture from the wine is gone, then we add 4 cups of beef broth, 3 cups of chicken broth, a tablespoon of Worcestershire. Give that a nice little stir. It's always amazing how many onions we started out with, and how, I mean, this is going to be 6 or probably 8 servings or something like that, but it's just amazing because you would think it would make so much more, but it really doesn't. And I probably could have used a smaller pot, but that's okay. We learn, or we never learn, and we just keep making the same mistakes or the same assumptions over and over and over again. Like, like just someone that doesn't learn. I don't know. Nash learns. Apparently I don't. I don't know what to do with myself. Then we throw in a sprig of thyme and a bay leaf, submerge them so that they, nice and we get the flavors in there, but we don't want to lose them. We got to pull them out at some point. So reduce your heat to medium low or low, depending on how much attention you want to pay to this thing. And then we just want to let this simmer gently for probably a half an hour, and just come stir it occasionally, make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom or anything like that. And for now, we let it go. Let it go, let it go. And then once your soup's been simmering away for quite a while, you attempt to fish out our thyme and your bay leaf if you can find it. Or if you can't find it, it'll turn up eventually. Then we add a half a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Stir that in. Taste for seasoning. See if it needs any salt or pepper. And then with our heat all the way down to low, we put a cover on this guy and we just sort of let it stay warm while we do the next couple of things. I'm almost done. Then we take a French bread loaf and we're gonna cut about 1-inch pieces, something like that. At this point, you wanna put your oven to broil. We get out a sheet pan, and I made too many pieces, but whatever. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Look at that. We can get them all on there. All right, cool. Take a little bit of olive oil. We just wanna brush our guys with olive oil. Ran out of olive oil, so I'm using a little bit of chili oil. Should be fine, you know? Might be a little spicy, but who cares? If you didn't have French bread, you could use any kind of bread you want. We just want to get it kind of nice and toasty. If you're really in a pinch and you have some croutons, you could just use croutons. But we're gonna go with this because it seems kind of fancy. So we're gonna throw this under the broiler for 2, 3, 4 minutes, just until the bread gets crispy, probably flipping it halfway through. So off we go. And while our bread is toasting, we're just gonna go ahead and grate some Gruyère. And a little bit of mozzarella. Don't forget to pay the cheese tax. We'll sort of combine this. A bowl probably would have been a better idea, but whatever. So we have our nice little toasts right out of the oven. Throw these over here. And we got our soup, nice and warm. We got one of these fancy, well, we got a few, but we're only gonna use one. Fancy little bowls here. So we're just gonna put some of our soup into our bowl. I just got these bowls. So it says 2/3, but there's this little line. You think that line is, see that line? The soup is just about to line. I think that line might be like the fill line. Cool. All right. So we got our soup. It's nice and steaming hot. Keep your oven on broil. We're just going to go ahead and dunk this guy in there. And then we're going to put a piece of Swiss cheese down and then a mountain of our other cheese because you want it to like drip down the bowl, right? So we'll give it a nice little like that. And then we'll add some parm on top. So we got, technically 4 kinds of cheeses because I think Gruyère is a kind of Swiss, maybe? I don't know. Correct me in the comments. That'll work. And then there's our little guy. And then what we'll do, since Nash can't eat this at all, we'll make him a little piece of cheese toast. Nash, what do you think? Cheese toast sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, cool.
I'll never say no to cheese.
Cool, glad you like that, buddy. All right, and then into the broiler for, I don't know, until the cheese melts. I think we need more cheese. To the broiler we go. And there is our French onion soup right out of the broiler and Nash's little cheese toast since he can't eat onions. So, ta-da! We got our nice cheese spillage. Looks good. I think we just need to let it cool for a little bit because I'm pretty sure it's way too hot to eat right now. It's like liquid hot magma underneath liquid hot cheese magma.
Liquid hot magma.
So we'll let this cool for a second and be right back. And while that's cooling, you can see what we did here is we put some of our soup into a smaller bowl. And I just have this on low. I'm just gonna try and reduce this into like, I guess like a French onion soup jam kind of a deal. Thought that might be cool. Side project, I'll get back to you on that. And there we have our French onion soup. And it's time for a bite. Yes, I'm using a ramen spoon, because why not? Cheers. Holy crap, that is amazing. Obviously the melty cheese, that little crusty bread crouton thingy we made, but the depth, the flavor of the broth. And again, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is not a quick recipe because to truly develop those deep, rich flavors in the broth and really get everything out of those onions, it takes a while, but totally freaking worth it. This is amazing. I mean, it's a pretty basic French onion soup, but we got the little bit of soup boiling away over there. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. It might take like 17 days to actually get where I want it to be like almost like an onion jam kind of a deal. Maybe we take it even further. We take some of that and we dehydrate it and make like a French onion soup powder for flavoring. I don't know. Out of 10, the flavor's so good. It would be good on so many different things. And yes, you can buy the French onion powder, but I bet you we could make a better one because we could do that. Go try this because it's freaking delicious. But hey, let's see what Nash thinks. Hey bud, how you doing?
I just finished taking a test and I passed with flying colors.
What kind of test?
It was a psychopathy test.
Well, you wanted us to make French onion soup and you knew you couldn't have it, but we got everything but the onion soup for you. So we made you a little crostini with all the cheeses melted on there, a little cheesy toast. So here you go. You're gonna take, oh.
I'll just take this to go.
Okay, you gonna come back? Okay, you came back. You wanted to eat that in peace, huh? Well, what do you think?
That was so delicious. I needed some peace to enjoy it. As for the soup, it smells amazing. And I'm sure it tastes even better. As much as I'd like to try it, I kind of want to stay alive a lot more.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
This life is what you make it. No matter what, you're going to mess up sometimes. It's a universal truth. But the good part is you get to decide how you're going to mess it up.
Nash approves as much as he could, not being able to eat the actual namesake of the dish. I totally approve. It's by far my favorite soup. I don't make it nearly enough, but you should, because it's delicious. Hey, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Love you all. If you wouldn't mind taking a second to subscribe, like, share, comment, that would help us out. Hit that bell for notifications. If there's anything you want me to make, you want me and Nash to taste, go ahead and drop that down in the comments, especially if you have an idea of what we can fuse, a fusion that we can make that incorporates French onion soup. So that's your homework. And hey, just remember, cook more, eat better, embrace the chaos. That's it for now, folks. Until next time, be good and peace.